vicdan azabından kurtulamayacaksınız. Vicdan azabından kurtulsanız tarihin azabından kurtulamayacaksınız. Tarihin azabından kurtulsanız Allah'ın gazabından kurtulamayacaksınız. Hepinizi saygıyla selamlıyorum.
Yerleşime 20 dakika ara veriyorum.
So that was Turkish parliamentarian Hasan Bitmez suffering a heart attack and collapsing right after declaring that Israel and its supporters cannot be saved from the wrath of Allah. The 53-year-old was rushed out of the General Assembly Hall in Ankara, the nation's capital, and taken to a nearby hospital where he later died today. So we do pray for the repose of his soul. If that was a divine message, I don't know, that's not for me to decide, but you have to admit the timing is quite insane. Instead, the lesson we should all draw is that we never know the hour we will be struck down to and forced to give an account before God himself of all the things that we've said or done or failed to do. So I guess be careful what you say. And as this war between Israel and Hamas militants continues, Ukraine's president is looking a little dejected after being told for the first time since the proxy war started that the funds coming from the U.S. are not indefinite as they start to pressure him to wind things down. As David Sachs grimly points out, quote, Ukraine has lost Crimea, Donetsk, Luhansk, most of Kherson and Zaporizhia forever. If it doesn't negotiate a peace deal now, it will also lose Kharkiv, Odessa, the rest of Kherson, and more. The flag wavers who think they're helping Ukraine are just dismembering it, end quote. But that doesn't mean that Biden will let Zelensky go without a golden parachute of sorts. And so he's announcing an extra $200 million in pre-approved aid for Ukraine after Zelensky made his third trip to the U.S. since the war first started, taking meetings with Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Senate leaders Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, as well as with the new House Speaker. He even had time to meet with the literal heads of the military-industrial complex, U.S. defense companies, while making a pitch for renewed spending on his NATO proxy war before Congress goes on recess for Christmas. Zelensky pitched it as a way to create jobs and make money. Well, that's quite the take on the old saying, the butcher's bill of war. He then went on Fox News where he had this to say.
Ask soldiers what they need. Do this, not build roads for today. Don't do it. Spend all your money to the weapon, to the drones, to the society, to the pensions, and etc. We can't have time for this, and we don't have it. We have only one enemy. This is Putin.
Zelensky was responding to dissent at home, including from the mayor of Kyiv, who says Zelensky is becoming an autocrat no different than Vladimir Putin in Russia. That's why Zelensky was talking about not using money for everyday tasks like building roads and instead focusing solely on the war effort. But even with that context, it almost feels like he has a similar message for us Americans, because he said almost exactly that earlier on in the war effort, that we Americans need to stop complaining about our high taxes and inflation and just give him more money. Even if we believe that the war was preventable and that giving it more money will only lead to more unnecessary deaths.